Hey everyone, I'm here today taking a look at the Masters of the Universe Origins Cartoon Collection 200X Orko from Mattel. Some lovely card art there from an episode that focused on Orko in the series. And you can see Merman and Teela on the back there as well that are part of his wave. Orko doesn't come with any weapons, he doesn't come with his magic wand or anything, but he does have two magical blast effects that you can slide over his hands. His base is also a separate accessory, and that just plugs in the bottom of him. It's not that wide at the bottom there, so when you have the blast effects in his hands, if you've got them facing forward like that, it does make him a bit too front heavy, and he won't balance. Like if I take my fingers off the stand, it just falls forward because of the weight of those blast effects. So it does limit really how you can pose him with the blast effects. You've got to kind of keep them out to the side just to balance him. Let's see how they just slide off there. You can bend his thumbs in to get them to slide over. The hands are a relatively soft rubbery plastic, but you do have to kind of bend the thumbs inward slightly to get those blast effects over. He also has his medallion, which isn't attached to him when you buy it for some reason. You have to pop his head off and put the medallion on there. But for articulation, he's got a swivel at the waist. His arms at the shoulders and the elbows and the hands are all on kind of, ball joint type articulation points, so they all twist around and bend forward and backwards and up and down like that. And then the head's on a ball joint, but also his hat is a separate piece from the head, so which I actually find kind of annoying because I keep going to move his head and it just moves the hat instead. And it's actually because his head's kind of stuck in there between the scarf, which I don't want to move, and the hat that moves. It's kind of hard to get hold of his head to actually move it. I'd prefer it if the hat was glued onto his head, so I could just use the hat to move his head from side to side. Instead, it's kind of awkward. But also his ears are articulated if you wanted to swivel them around for whatever reason. I don't know if they're necessarily meant to be articulation points or if it's just where the ears plug in happens to make it that you can twist them around if you want to. So you've got the scarf hanging down the back there, where it's knotted, and there are little kind of creases and rips in the top of his hat, like the rim of it. Very cartoony looking. If I bring in the original here, which is a lot more hyper detailed, you can tell the difference. The colours are slightly off, like slightly different between the two. This one has a kind of wrap around the hat there that the cartoon version doesn't, I guess to just simplify the design and make it easier to animate. They've both got the long bit of scarf hanging out the back. But on that original one, it's kind of flying up in the air as if it's windswept. The original one is taller as well. I like how you can see his legs sculpted in underneath his skirt there. But he almost seemed a bit too big for Orko. Whereas this new one's a bit more to scale with how you'd imagine Orko being. That original one's a cool design, but it just never quite worked for me as Orko because it made him seem a bit too tall and over-designed. The cartoony look works more for the kind of character Orko is. Just more of a Filmation vibe to it as well. And those blast effects do fit on the hands of the original 2000X Orko, so as he has got a kind of spell-casting hand, it looks quite good on him. And here he is with all the other heroic warriors that have been released so far, except Roboto, who I still can't find, which is really frustrating because that figure looks so cool. I can't wait to get him. It is nice to have Orko now, because even though he wasn't featured that much in 2000X, I still think of him as a main character. He's part of that core group with He-Man, Man-at-Arms and Teela. So it's nice having the four of them together. I wasn't really that keen on the way Orko was depicted in 2000X, so I always felt like the writers didn't really want him there and just kind of dismissed him as an idiot. And rather than trying to write him to be a bit more serious or give him a bit more pathos, instead they went full on into him being just an annoying court jester. Which is a shame, because I think in Filmation he had a lot of heart, and you can do some interesting things with Orko. The next wave of figures has actually just been revealed. We're getting Keldor, which is really cool. Webstore, who I'm really looking forward to, because we never got him in the original line other than a Staction. And Buzz-Off, who I like Buzz-Off, but man, the figure looks really off, because his neck is far too thick. I don't know how far into production. I think it's probably far too late for Mattel to be able to change it, because they're probably going to be released in a month or two. But wow, that neck makes the figure look really bad. It just throws the whole look of the figure off. It looks so odd. They haven't revealed the deluxe figure for that wave yet, so I guess it would have to be Whiplash or Too Bad, unless they surprise us and give us a Horde member or a Snake Man like Leech or Tongue Lasher. Thanks for joining me for this quick look at the Origins Cartoon Collection 200X Orko. Really nice version of the figure. I much prefer this over the original, though I am just more partial to the cartoon designs in general anyway. But yeah, I'm loving having him as part of the core group. It really feels like we've got a good group of heroic warriors now. So if you enjoyed the video, give me a like and subscribe, please. That really helped me out. Thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you again soon.